Missed calls, slow replies, and scattered conversations aren't just annoying, they're money left on the table. Make this the year you prioritize your business communications with Quo, spelled Q-U-O. Quo gives your entire team one shared business number for calls and texts, so nothing gets lost and everyone sees the full conversation. You can keep your existing number, easily add teammates, sync your CRM, and scale as you grow. Plus, Quo's built-in AI automatically logs calls, summarizes conversations, and highlights next steps, so nothing slips through the cracks, even after hours. That's why Quo is the #1 rated business phone system on G2, trusted by over 90,000 businesses. Make this the year where no opportunity slips away. Try Quo for free and get 20% off your first 6 months at quo.com/tryquo. That's QUO.com/tryquo. Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers.
Dreaming of buying your first car or a new home? Knowing your FICO score is the first step in making it real. With MyFICO, you can check your score for free and it won't hurt your credit. You'll get your FICO score, full credit reports, and real-time alerts all in one simple app. Your credit score is more than just numbers. It's the key to building the future you've been working toward. Visit myfico.com/free or download the MyFICO app and take the mystery out of your FICO score.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories for Tuesday, December 19th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. We're going to do a Mosseri Monday on Tuesday. We're going to start with the Threads questions as we normally do because it makes them easier to group together. Let's start off with the first question. Congrats on the Threads launch in the EU. That's not a question.
Thank you. We're really excited, particularly given how important European football and F1 and fashion is in Europe and to the rest of the world. And it's just a lot of people who haven't had access to the product. So welcome to Threads. Those of you who are just joining us now, we'd love to have you.
The next question has to do with the EU and the Threads launch as well. Who is your favorite Threads follow from the EU launch?
I don't know if this is going to be my #1 favorite long term, but I was excited to see Charles Leclerc just doing a AMA with the Threads account today. I think F1 is a huge deal, and I'm excited that now most of the drivers who didn't have access will have access to Threads.
I don't know much about F1. The next question is one I am very invested in, though. When will Threads get an API? This is like the billion-dollar question.
Right now, we're working with a small number of partners and indie developers on a write-only API, but there's more to come soon.
Okay, I suspected I knew what a write-only API was, but I had to Google it just to be sure. A write API would allow clients to submit or write data, but not to retrieve any information. This is kind of an unusual setup, although Twitter does have a write-only API. When they revoked access for their APIs across the board, Elon said that they would have a write-only API instead. So maybe that's the reason that Instagram is looking at this as an option. Anyway, I will definitely keep you updated as I find out more about this because I'm very interested in the Threads API. And the last Threads question we're going to talk about, want to explain what's happening with the Fediverse and Threads now? I don't get it. This person is talking about the interoperability that Threads will have in the future. Here's Adam's answer.
This week is a baby step. It's that my account and a couple other people from the team's Threads accounts can be followed by people who don't use Threads at all, but use apps like Mastodon that are built on top of the ActivityPub protocol, and they can follow us. Now, that's just content flowing from Threads out to the Fediverse, and it's only a limited number of accounts to start, but we want to open that up. We want to eventually be able to show replies inline in Threads, and we want to even allow you from Threads to follow accounts from people in the Fediverse who don't even use Threads. It should be bi-directional. That's going to take much longer than we want, probably the better part of next year, but we're committed to it, and this is just one step on a much longer path.
Okay, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk about notes, what social media managers should be doing, and other stuff. So stick around. Welcome back. The next question, what's one piece of advice you'd give social media managers? Before I play Adam's answer, I'm going to give my answer, which is if you are a social media manager, focus on #1, your mental health. Make sure that your mental health is at a high level because the platforms don't care about it. You're the only one who cares about it or should care about it. And second, make plans to care for your physical health as well, meaning that if you don't live in a place with nationalized healthcare, make sure that you do have the appropriate level of healthcare because these platforms will not provide it for you. They do not care. You have to care about it for yourself. Those are the two things that I think are most important. Here's Adam's answer for the one piece of advice you'd give to social media managers.
It's the same piece of advice I give creators or anybody who cares about their presence on the platform. You have to keep experimenting. Your audience is unique. It's different than anyone else's audience. Their interests will change over time, so you need to try new things and figure out what works. And you have to do that on a regular basis, as difficult as that might be. The other thing I would say is make sure you're clear about what you want out of the platform. If you're trying to sell things versus just trying to raise awareness versus trying to express yourself, you can use the platform in different ways. And so just be super intentional with what you want to get out of the platform and design your activity to align with that intention.
The next question has to do with notes. If you're not familiar, notes are a status feature inside the Instagram DM inbox. And recently they added the ability to have a very short 2-second video. The question, how do I post a video on Notes? Here's Adam's answer.
You go to messaging, you click on your note on the top left, and you hit leave a note. And then you'll see there, you can type in a note like you normally would, but there's also a little camera icon. And if you tap that, you can replace your profile pic with a video of you that you record right now, which is kind of a fun Harry Potter-esque little trick.
I'm not sure what Harry Potter has to do with that answer, but I've never seen a Harry Potter movie, so maybe that's why I don't understand that. The next question, when I work with brands, I should show them my reach and engagement, right? I'm guessing this is some kind of creator who is doing brand deals and partnerships. I would say that you don't need to unless brands ask for it, in which case you should highlight it. If you don't want to share it though, and the brand's willing to work with you without you sharing that information, then don't do it. Here's Adam's answer.
Reach is probably what a brand partner will care about most, also just fit. But what you should care about most when you look at your own insights are your engagement rates. So look at a post, a photo, video, and see how many sends did it get relative to how many people saw it. That's the rate. Or how many likes did it get relative to how many people saw it. Again, that's the like-through rate. Now those are going to give you the best signal on how interesting the people that follow you find your content, which is what the ranking system is trying to pick up on, and it will show it to more and more people, higher up in feed, if those engagement rates are high, and lower if those engagement rates are low.
And the last question we're going to talk about has to do with guides on Instagram. Guides are something that are going away from Instagram. It was a way of sharing a collection of posts, but they didn't really get likes and people couldn't share them. To be honest with you, not a great experience overall. The question, why are you removing guides? I find it so helpful. Here's Adam's answer.
It's a bummer, I know. I actually like guides too, but we try and keep Instagram simple, which means that sometimes we're going to have to remove features that very, very few people use because the complexity cost isn't worth the actual value. So it's a bummer. I hear you, but it is also incredibly important to us that we keep Instagram simple and remove things that aren't being used very much.
Makes sense. That is going to do it for all the questions and answers from Adam Mosseri. I do have one piece of news. For a long time, I've been following journalist Taylor Lorenz. She had a book in September. I went to her book launch party. She was there. I walked up, introduced myself. She agreed to come on the podcast, and I interviewed her today. I'm very excited for this. I need to do a little bit of editing. I didn't want to tell you guys that she was going to be on the show until it actually happened because, scheduling things, I might get sick or get dragged into something else and then it doesn't happen and I feel like I'm letting everyone down. So it happened today. I'm so excited that we finally were able to chat. Really looking forward to you hearing that interview, so look for that very soon. As always, thank you for listening and be sure to come back next time for more Instagram news, social media news, and other things you need to know.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's a type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.
Ready to buy a car, a home, or just want to take control of your money? Your FICO score matters, and 90% of top lenders use it to make decisions. Check your FICO score for free today without hurting your credit score. Visit myfico.com/free or download the MyFICO app today. MyFICO gives you the score lenders use most, plus credit reports and real-time alerts to help keep you on top of your credit. Visit myfico.com/free and take the mystery out of your FICO score.